Yo, yo, yo. Back.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back. Special day. Special day. Oh, am I already lagging?
Yep.
Fantastic. Is my voice coming through at least?
Yeah, I can hear your voice.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. Who cares then? Michael's got something to show everybody. He's going to fulfill his do or die punishment, much like I did a few weeks ago. Tough times for the podcast boys. Lots of defeats, but with defeats come the victories. So hoping the best for Michael. Pound through those burgers. We talked about a line for them as we started. Yep, he's going to get going. What did we say? What was the last thing you said? Like 7.5 burgers?
7.5, I think, is a solid
7.5. All right, take your pick on that, Nagy.
Over.
So you think he's gonna get 8? He's gonna finish the 8th burger. So he will have two left or less. You're thinking?
Yeah, he'll complete the 8th burger.
Okay. I guess. I mean, I think. I don't. I just feel like it's even if you get like stonewalled, you can kind of like force down another 1 or 2. So I feel like he won't get stonewalled until about 6. Right. So I go over as well, but barely. Like I don't think he'll finish all 10. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, it definitely didn't like feel bad in my stomach until like right around the 6.5, 7 burger mark. So that's why I'm thinking like he'll pound like an extra 1.5.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what, that was my exact thought.
So I think he finishes 8. Yeah, like I think 8's a good overtake, and he could just say fuck it and finish all of them.
I would take the under for all. That'd be my pick if we're doing that.
So did you do the same thing I did? You just get like the single cheeseburgers from Mickey D's?
Yep, the single cheeseburger plain.
From Mickey's?
Mickey D's.
McDanks.
Wow. And what were the 3 games you lost? Do you remember?
I don't remember that.
Oh, who cares?
This is I'm doing this because I had a 3.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember. It was
obviously I had a 3 DOD losing streak, but I got COVID, so I couldn't do it the previous 2 weeks when I was supposed to. But so that's why I'm doing it now.
Right. I think it was the Eagles. I forget.
Oh yeah, Eagles minus 4.5 was
against
like
on Thursday night. I remember that.
That was one of them.
That was.
But Titans was the last one though against the Colts. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Also Thursday night football.
Yep.
All right, so this is gonna be our Week 12 show, covering the NFL game spreads and over/unders. What do you guys think about this last week? Any games you want to discuss or talk about before we get started?
Raiders
from the previous.
Yeah,
obviously.
Raiders looked like they did play the Chiefs well, but at least for me as a Raiders fan, I think most of the league knew that the Chiefs. The Chiefs they were in the game the entire time and just knew how that fucking shit was gonna end. Like maybe not as blatant as the safety playing a QB spy, which is a hilarious tweet by
dude.
Dan, but
how in his right mind did he honestly think I should run up when I have the deep 4th in the middle of the field? There's 2 guys in front of me. There's 20 seconds. If he runs and slides or gets tackled at the 5-yard line, they kick a field goal and tie it up, or the clock runs out.
Yeah, fuck that. If you had to sit there and go through every possible scenario in that formation, the best possible outcome would be if Patrick Mahomes fucking took off and tried to run that shit in for 25 yards.
Because they were at the 25, so it's like he would have to break 3 tackles or make 3 people miss probably.
Because no one has their back turned. You only have your back turned for a split second in that scenario. Because
that guy probably would be the last standing line on the 5-yard line, even if he did take off. So it's there's just literally zero reason for this guy to take off. But God. I will say, I know his stats weren't crazy, but Dick Carr was in control of the entire game.
Yeah, he was. My biggest gripe, I watched that entire game. didn't miss a play, obviously, and my biggest, the two biggest like mishaps or fuck ups, if you want to call them, the Nelson Aguilar didn't catch that it's not a fade, a streak or whatever on the
If he
sideline on like
catches that, the
third
Raiders win, no doubt.
3rd and 4, yeah. Which I hate that play call because they're the reason they're the best third down conversion team in the league is because they get to those 3rd and shorts with Josh Jacobs on 1st and 2nd down, and they run a quick play or quick out, like get it out of your hands quick. You don't throw a fucking 50-yard route on 3rd and 4.
And the Chiefs couldn't stop Darren Waller, so it's like, why not continue to run a 5-yard in route or out route?
Exactly, and you can do anything with a 6'8" tight end who's like a fucking beast. So, hated that play call for one, regardless of he should have caught it, but it wasn't a good throw either. And then secondly was on 3rd and goal on the 1 yard line, like 1.5. You're throwing a fucking fade to some, I don't even know who the fuck that was.
Oh yeah.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? First of all, you got Josh Jacobs. Second of all, you got Darren Waller. Like, run some play where people have a chance to get open. Like, throwing a 50-50 jump ball on 3rd down when you know you cannot kick a field goal against the Saints or against the Chiefs and win the game. Yeah. Hated that fucking play call. And so really it came down to 2 plays, which sucks. I mean, that shows that the Chiefs are clearly like a top 2 team. And I mean, you can only make 2 mistakes the whole game and you still find a way to lose. And and on top of all that, in that scenario, when the Raiders are up 3 with 1:43 to go, and the Chiefs have 80 yards to go, I would take the Chiefs in like 75% of that to win the game. Like, unfortunately, like that's just what I would.
There wasn't like
they're just playmakers and clutch guys. I mean, it's not much any team can do when.
I know that's what I'm saying, but especially that Raiders defense. I mean, I'm taking the Chiefs. I would literally bet the Chiefs. Like, if it was even odds, I'm taking the Chiefs. Like, I would not take the Raiders.
Yeah, probably almost any team in the NFL there, except for maybe like the top 3 defenses. So even the top defenses, it's like 50-50 if the Chiefs are going to come back and win the game.
I would say
if that scenario went and the Steelers were on defense, I would still be like, dude, the Chiefs are probably going to win.
Yeah,
or they're at least going to They're at least going
at least. And they sealed up overtime in like 25 seconds. Yeah. Like, it was like nothing. Like,
they went like 35 yards without using a timeout.
Yeah.
And got almost into field goal range.
Yeah.
Within like 35 seconds.
It was like, shit, they're about to score too fucking quick. That's what was about to happen.
But I will say though, the way
that's
the Raiders,
other really bad part about that.
The what?
Oh, sorry. I thought there might be a ghost in my basement or something. But,
okay.
I was going to say, even in those like situations, like even if the Chiefs just force overtime, then you have to beat them in overtime on top. So like there's like plenty of opportunity for the Chiefs to win the game in the end if they're inside of a touchdown.
Well, then at that point, it comes down to the coin flip, I think, because those defenses couldn't stop shit for a long time.
The Raiders, if they would have, that's the thing though. That's the thing about the Raiders, like why their defense should have just been like, okay, honestly, we'll give them a field goal because they're like if we don't, we're probably going to score.
We're gonna lose, yeah,
exactly. But we can hope that we get the coin toss. And their defense isn't stopping us.
And then I like the Raiders like 60% of the time to win the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like then you can win the game.
I would have loved that. Hell yeah.
But I will say, like the Raiders, the way they play, honestly, if they played the Steelers in the playoffs, like the way the Steelers play, kind of go hand in hand. Like they would probably beat the Raiders. But a lot of the other teams in the AFC. I would not want to play the Raiders because they're physical. They run the football, and like they did have 5 guys out for COVID on defense.
Yeah, they still.
And so like that's and John Gruden's kind of proven his. I mean, $10 million is a lot of money, but almost his worth this year with how like good they've looked, and like that's just a team I wouldn't want to play. But
yeah, I mean, and the way they play the game is just it's a frustrating it's very frustrating for a defense when you're letting up like 4 yards of carry to Josh Jacobs and they just dink and dunk for the last 4 or 5 yards on 3rd down and then they'll hit you with a bigger play. That's so frustrating for a defense, and it's like
Yeah.
If they're on top of it like they usually are, then it takes a pretty high powered offensive performance for them to lose. That's the only all 4 of the games they've lost, the Jet or the Bills for both the Patriots put up they played the Patriots and lost when they were on it. Like that was like a 34-point game. Bills scored 30 plus. Tampa Bay scored like 40, and then the Chiefs just dropped 35. So it was just like you got to score to beat them most of the time. So they have a good offense. It's just like can the defense put it together when they need to?
If they played the Patriots this weekend, they'd 100%.
Oh, they'd
beat
fucking
them.
shit on them. Yeah.
But other things in the NFL, like, dude, in reality, if Drew Brees, I don't know, because Taysom Hill looked good, honestly. Like in the second half, he started to get his feet under him. He looked good. But like, I mean, the NFC probably be between the Rams and the Saints. Seahawks, maybe.
See, that defense is
I
just.
was gonna say, but is that like,
Yeah.
would you trust that defense in the playoffs? Like, but like the Packers proved like the Colts didn't play that well in the first half, and the Packers got some questionable calls go their way. But
Mhm.
like the Packers
They
aren't
always
that.
do.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers does. But
Their defense, they have like they don't have a defense to like make a Super Bowl run. Like their offense, yes, like they got Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams. Like those are 3 fucking all stars.
they
But
still even their
their
offense like
defense
their offense
is
scored 3 points
very
because of their offense scored 3 points in the second half. You know,
right. That
like
and that's the thing. It's tough because you feel like whoever the Packers are playing. Like if you're a Packers fan, you feel like you need. It's kind of similar boat to the like Russell Wilson and the Seahawks right now.
yeah,
You kind of feel like you have to put up 31, 35 points each game to have a chance if you're playing a team with a competent offense.
yeah.
It's just I mean, I was very happy to see the Colts beat the Packers. I said on the podcast last week with Olena that I fucking hate the Colts and I fucking hate the Packers. Like literally my 2 least favorite teams in the NFL. And then I was watching the game with a couple of Colts friends. And I said, yo, after that game, now the Colts are my 3rd least favorite team in the NFL. I bumped them up a little bit, but still fuck the Colts.
Yeah.
Nagy.
But I was very happy to see the Packers.
You know
Because
what?
now if the Bears, I know, here we go, getting the Bears. Well, the game's on the highlight games too, but if the Bears beat the Packers coming off this bye, somehow we're only 1 game out of first place in the NFC North. And our fucking schedule is so fucking cake. But anyways,
but
that was my take on.
But this is like the Bears offense. The Cowboys went and like kind of shredded the Vikings defense. Like the Bears offense is fucking
Yeah, that was so weird to see. Yeah,
horrendous.
Zeke definitely had a nice little comeback game. If the Cowboys want to have at least a chance of winning that dog shit division, it's going to be like 80% of the workload and production has to go on to Zeke.
Bro. Holy fuck.
How many do you have down?
How many birds?
5 and like
How you feeling?
I was feeling good after 4.
Damn.
I
I misjudged it by 1 burger. I misjudged it
I'm
by
like,
1.
I gotta chill for a second, but that's gonna fuck
Well, you
me
still got
too.
time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not the strat.
It's not
We
the
haven't
strat,
even,
but
like,
I feel like if I put 1 more down, I'll throw up. Honestly, like.
To start, you
Damn,
got a shit ton of
I
water.
was off
next
by
to
a
you.
burger.
You
All
gotta
right.
start hydrating. There's a fuck ton of salt in those motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears
Alright,
schedule is pretty fucking favorable. That's going down.
It is.
They have the
can-
Packers twice,
But they
though.
have to beat. But honestly, look, I'll say this. Like I think they'll lose at the Packers, but like I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears beat the Packers at home. The problem is like they need help also. Like if they split with the Packers, like they still need teams in the wild card to lose. You know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, because they're the 8 seed technically.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
that Vikings game will also be huge because the Vikings.
Well, it's in Minnesota.
Yeah,
That game would be huge.
And the Vikings, the next 2 Vikings have is the Panthers and the the Jags. So assuming they should, like, if the Vikings would have won last week and then even won one of the next two, then that would have been just like whoever wins that game is the second place team in the North. But now it's
Right.
Now it's a little bit further, obviously. Are they 4-6 now, or are they?
Who? The
No, I
Vikings?
think they only have 3.
Are you talking about
No,
the
they're
Vikings?
Yeah,
4. I think they're 4-6.
yeah, they are
actually.
4-6. That
Yeah,
could've made
they're
them
4-6.
5-5. That was a huge fucking loss for the Vikings. Right
Oh,
there.
if the Vikings win that game, they're 5-5 with
Tied with
already beating the Bears on the road. Like they're set up to run the table for themselves.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the Packers' first win of the season, or the Vikings' first win of the season was beating the Packers?
No, I think they were 1-4 going into that game.
Yeah, they beat the Texans on the road. But
okay.
But listen to this. They lost by 1 point to the Titans, lost by 1 point to the Seahawks. I mean, that's brutal for the.
Yeah, definitely.
But who cares?
They're a solid team. I mean, Kirk Cousins obviously is not a favorable quarterback to be leading your franchise, but if he
But neither is Mitch Trubisky.
I was just gonna say, like, if Kirk Cousins has less than 2, like if he has 1 or 0 turnovers in a game, like the Vikings defense has one of the best secondaries in football. Super underrated secondary in my opinion.
Yeah.
Buck Harrison Smith.
I mean, they were the best defense a couple years back.
But Kirk Cousins the last 3 weeks has actually played pretty well. Like they didn't lose on Sunday because of Kirk Cousins. Like
that game against the Bears was literally Kirk Cousins' best Monday night game and his only Monday night win ever.
Well, that game he just controlled what he needed to and made the plays when he needed to, and that was it. Like against the Cowboys, though, I mean he threw for 314 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like that's what more do you want? You know what I mean? From Kirk Cousins, especially. Like what more could you possibly ask for? He had 8 incompletions and 3 touchdowns. So like he's playing well lately, but I agree. Like you gotta have a feeling that like, okay, when is this Kirk Cousins, choke game gonna come, because he always has one. But let's get into some games. Holy fuck!
All right, real quick, gonna update the standings and
records. Wait, yeah, Nagy. Okay, Olina. Since you did not have a card, do you think you should lose some points, like 3 or 2?
3 or 2 what?
Units, like you get subtracted units.
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Because you didn't play any games.
Like, but no, the NFL. Ironically, the 2 weeks I didn't submit a card, that was a tough week in the NFL. Like I would have got fucked.
Yeah.
On like a lot of my picks.
How about Alina has to do 3 do or dies this week?
No, because if he hits them, they fuck. Like he literally just.
I'm up 30 units.
He wins the NFL.
But 2 of them can only be worth 2 units.
No,
and then whichever one you like the most, you can make.
But then if he loses them and wins the third, he goes up. If he goes 7 units and then loses the 2 units, he's up money. Like it
yeah, but he could have.
If I just strategically place them, then I can still. It's not
okay. If he goes 2, and 3, or like there's so many different ways he could just you easily just luck out with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you?
I'd say.
I don't think we should take.
Maybe you should subtract.
You should definitely do something.
Subtract like a half week win that I have, for each time.
I know what we can do. I got.
Or subtract a full week of a win.
For this week, for Alina's card, whatever, like if he loses units this week, it's doubled, like it's multiplied by 2. But if he goes positive, then it just it just wipes away.
But you like if you said you don't think he should lose units, that's literally just losing units on that. Like,
but only if he has a bad week, because he also probably would have had like an okay week, even if he did do a card like all of us did.
I know what you're saying. I honestly like I've had such small NFL cards as of late anyway. Like the most I could have possibly lost, unless I went 0-4, is like a unit or two. So
okay, let's do. I think we
Right.
should do this. He has to have at least 7 plays this weekend
okay, that's fair because then
because he's had, like he just said, he's had very small cards. So like he has to find 7 plays this weekend, and then
there you go.
Then let the chips fall where they
More
may.
potential to lose possibly, or
Yeah.
you could just fucking shove it in our face. Go 7-0.
Dude,
if that
Maggie,
happens.
how did you put these 10 down, dude? Like I'm sitting here, like I'm like trying to get a 6th one in, but like,
damn it, dude! I should have known that was
it.
too hard. I should have fucking known. I'm pissed
I
I didn't
didn't-
take that under.
Like, did you have anything?
yeah, I ate lunch, but it was like a small bowl of noodles.
Okay.
Fuck,
there you
dude. Like
go.
I it's like to that point though where it's like I'm at 5. If I was at like 8,
Yeah.
I would try to like, maybe.
Yeah,
But
but
it's like
there's-
I'm at
dude.
5, and it's like if I eat one more, I might puke or I might not. But then
I
that
like
gets me
I
to
don't
fucking
I just like
6.
I'm pissed at myself that I just didn't put it into this. Like, imagine going to McDonald's and ordering 6 fucking cheeseburgers and being able to do a little bit more. Like, that's no chance you can eat more than that.
Like I get 2, and I'm just like,
That's
all
what
right,
I'm. That's what I'm saying though. Like,
Yeah.
imagine going like insano with your order.
I would like.
all.
I do think.
Real fat over here, bro.
I do
Real
think.
fat over here.
Well, I lost 12 pounds during over quarantine for myself. when I
Oh
had
yeah,
COVID.
your appetite.
Yeah, I lost
down,
12
like-
pounds. So what I'm saying is like pre-COVID before I
you go
lost pre-COVID before I lost that weight, I think I could do 8.
Okay.
Like
That's fair.
I think I could do 3 more cuz like I
I
probably
don't know. I think if you like hustle, if you like,
I would be more. My stomach is so small right now. Like I would be able to put at least 2 more down, like quickly, not quickly, but like in this span that I was eating them, and then I would like, since I was at 7 and we set the line at 7.5, I would have muscled up 1 more.
That's what I'm saying. So okay, so yeah, I was gonna say like if you're like pre-COVID, I'd give you like 1-2 more max, but then you're saying you'd force down the last one.
Pre-COVID, I would for sure get 7. Like no questions, no doubt in my mind, I would get 7. The 8th one would be like I might hit a wall halfway through. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
I think no, but I'm saying I think you'd hit the wall at 6 pre-COVID, and 6 and like through your 6, you'd be like, "Fuck, this sucks," and like you'd into the 7th, you'd hit that wall and finish it just because you didn't want to leave a half one unfinished, and then you'd have to like literally muscle up and like dig deep to get that 8th one down.
The worst is just like it's fucking McDonald's, so like the smell, man. You're just sitting here with those fucking cheeseburgers. Like this is disgusting. Like
Dude, McDonald's is so
I'm just looking at the wrappers and I'm just like, that's fucking disgusting. Like what the fuck are we doing?
That's why, like, honestly, like I was like impressed with what Nagy was able to do.
Dude, like I for part of me was like, oh, maybe I could do it. And then when I saw him do the wings,
that's what I'm saying. Like
when I saw him do the wings, though,
Nagy's performance scuffed my view of you so hard.
When we go to college campuses, like, dude, we're gonna go to like the craziest restaurant, Nagy. You're gonna get your picture on like every fucking wall in every city we go to. Like, you're gonna fucking kill. You're gonna kill.
We gotta get like some. Yeah, we'll have to get some like Victory Lab merch. So like when they take our picture.
Yeah. You have it on in there, and then sooner or later we'll be like, we'll tweet out and be like, dude, we're going to Athens this weekend, and like the fucking crazy restaurant hits us up like, you boys should come in and try the gargantuan or like some shit like that, you know. But like, okay. I agree with you, Alina. Yeah, spicy can fuck you up. Yeah. But
exactly.
Alina, I agree with you on the like, even though I know he can definitely like like the way he put down those wings and the cheeseburgers, like I know I couldn't eat as much as him, but how easily he did it made me think like maybe I could struggle and push my way
Yeah,
to the finish
that's
line.
what I was. That's exactly what my thought was. I was like, maybe it's not as hard as I'm thinking, but I like just so like and then like back to the burger challenge. You realize like, wow, I'm a fucking moron for even like, dude, we thought that there was a slight chance that those fucking idiots could eat. How many burgers were they supposed to eat?
That was like 30 something in 12
No,
hours.
wasn't it 50? Or no, what was the number
It was
though?
40 in 12
Plus,
hours.
Um,
No,
because
I
there's
thought it was
three of
like
them, right?
What's
oh,
up?
there's two of them.
Two of them.
Dude, we ordered
Oh,
100
just two
burgers.
of them.
So it was
Didn't we?
50.
No, definitely not 100.
I thought we ordered 80. I thought it was 40 for 12 hours.
Okay.
That's so many.
How much money did what's his face send you though for the burgers?
Well, he sent me some for like the two winners too.
Okay. I just maybe it wasn't. I thought it was, but like just maybe it was 40. But either way, like how impossible that would be.
Oh, but the thing,
No.
what's so
Like that is
idiotic,
literally
though,
impossible. Like
is
no
that-
one can do that.
is that yeah, like a professional eater, that's it. But like those morons who tried it, like they thought that they were like
Bro,
easily
he
gonna
thought
get it, and I'm
he
like
thought
sitting
he
there
was
like,
Carver thought he was gonna go eat a steak dinner afterwards.
yeah, like this is
And then
just,
started drinking beer mid challenge. Like,
yeah.
dude, that was great. That was some good fucking content. For how shitty. I mean, like the concept was like it turned out shitty, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because like if we would have had like us there to be able to
yeah, I mean, dude,
monitor
should we try something before we dip out? Like some crazy challenge?
like next week or this weekend,
Yeah, like Thursday night to Sunday, I can do anything.
I'd be down.
What can we do
Oh,
though?
like Friday when we eat.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
something.
Or
down
no,
for
I'm saying
that.
like even like have like two people who aren't us like do some like challenge, like another like the burger challenge, like 2.0 maybe.
Are you
if
staying
we-
with your brothers when you Michael?
no, I'll probably stay at home. Fucking, I was supposed to get an Airbnb, but the bitch canceled, said COVID, and the day before when she let me reserve it, she was like, just to let you know, you're only allowed to have 6 people, and we have cameras in the front and back door, and I will check to see how many people are coming in and out. I was like, are you like, okay.
Oh god.
And she was like, it's extra money for each person. So I was sitting there like, you know what, just fuck it, let's do it. And then like when she messaged me the next day, like I didn't cancel. She messaged me the next day and she's like, hey, after discussing with my husband, we don't feel comfortable with renting it out to like basically people in their 20s. And I was
yeah.
like, okay.
I was gonna say I could see that going bad if there was actually cameras and she's gonna be checking.
I feel like that's illegal. Like, but like it's not because it is their home.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like I mean, it would probably be illegal if you could see inside the house because that's
Mhm.
privacy. But like,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I'm gonna be at home with my parents. Dude, my stomach just feels like a block right now. Like
We
Yeah,
It's like
haven't
the
got-
thing-
it turns into cement.
the thing is, yeah, exactly. Nagy, you did it and then just like kept talking and like went about the rest of the show, dude. Like, what the fuck? How'd you do that?
It did suck between like burgers like 8 to 10.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
like-
I can only imagine.
I just
Dude,
like
yeah, imagine
I-
putting down 3 more.
That's
to
what I'm saying.
And then
Yeah,
you're still
yeah.
not done.
No, I would have died. No, I would have died. But like I just like literally tried to like mindlessly eat the whole time, just like listen to you guys like just like yum 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 and but like listen to, like what you guys were saying and try not to think about the burgers.
Yeah. Definitely. I feel like that's
All
you
right,
just gotta
we-
fly.
We good to roll here?
Yeah,
We
let's-
try and
Yeah,
do
we
some-
can
let's
go to
get
the
to the game.
games. Yeah, we can get to the games.
punishment. Okay. So let's start. Obviously, Alina, no picks, even stays at plus 5.03 units for the NFL season. Has won 4 weeks. Michael and I split the week this week. We both won 1.7 units. So Michael now is 3.5 weeks won, and I have 1.5 somehow. And then
Wait, how many units are you at?
Michael total. I'll get to it. Michael total on the year is just under 3 units positive, and then I got out of the 60 range in the negative territory. I'm back to negative 59.95 units. I did win.
Wait. Serious question. How many is it?
59.95.
Okay, so you're under 60, which is good. You got to get under the 50 burger, man.
Yeah, you can't land in the you can't end in the 50 burger, bro.
But if we go to Brett, this is my new goal for the NFL season. So Brett lost 14.3 this week, taking him overall in the season down to negative 32.18. So my new goal is just not to be in last place by the end of the season.
That Patriots pick was nuts by him, I thought.
Yeah,
and he put a 10 burger on it.
Yeah,
he was very confident.
Yeah,
that one.
The Patriots
just
look so shaky.
Yeah, the Pats blow. They're so bad.
So going into this week, Brett lost 3 again, but we probably won't do punishment. So for like scheduling purposes, Brett's not going to be able to come onto the podcast anymore, but he will still be submitting picks, and we'll tweet them out and stuff. But this is the best time of the week for us 3 to be available to do this, so we just kept this time so we can all keep doing it. So good luck to Brett. The rest of his picks this season, we
might post them, we might not. We might not though. There might not be a point.
We'll see. Then Michael won his do or die this week, and obviously Olina didn't have one. So I think all 3 of us are scotch free on the do or die losing streaks right now. Like we're all on 0. Yeah. But anyway, any more comments before we roll into the week 12 slate?
No, let's get to it.
Let's get it.
Alrighty. So
this is a big week, boys. Come on.
This is a big week. As is tradition, we got 3 games on Thanksgiving Thursday. Gobble gobble. Big matchup for Michael Whitfield Steelers. You got the Ravens rolling into Pittsburgh. It's gonna be Thursday night, 8:20 Eastern. The Ravens are plus 4.5. Steelers minus 4.5. And keep the same numbers. Over under is gonna be 45.5 for this game.
Ooh.
So this is like obviously the Ravens have COVID problems and
throwing problems.
And throwing and defensive problems. They have a lot of problems. But we're going about it as the game's being played. But 2 key players, J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram, will not be playing for the Ravens. And they both have COVID. I think like Mark Ingram has slowly lessened his role. So I don't think that's as big of a hit. But I think J.K. Dobbins has taken kind of Gus Edwards and Mark Ingram's role and kind of is just all on him now. So I think him not playing also, I mean, like if J.K. Dobbins was out and Mark Ingram was playing, Mark Ingram would take it. Like it's a huge loss for both of them, especially like the Ravens, they live on running the football. So I think this is a huge loss for them. If the Steelers can win, they damn near lock up the division because their rest of the season schedule is not that difficult.
Yeah.
And so
I would say they've already damn near locked it up.
Yeah, I agree because they're 3 games ahead of the Browns, and like the Browns are probably.
If they lose this game, it does get a little interesting, but like regardless, I don't think the Steelers are going to lose 4 more games this year. So
exactly.
Who's on their schedule? Let's keep talking. I'll look it up.
But also like they already beat them in Baltimore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, they're able to
key.
do that. So like the Ravens are playing fucking terrible. Their offense has no confidence. Their O-line is decimated, and Lamar he
can't throw.
Okay right now. Like even he's not as
He's gonna have to
effective.
throw though this week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Without these two running backs, their rushing game is like completely changed, which is huge because Lamar isn't that great of a passer.
Yeah.
What's the
Dude,
line
Hollywood
again, Nagy?
Brown
What did
has
you say?
become
4.5.
Four. I mean, I like the Steelers in this position. At home, like 4.5. Like, if the Steelers D
Yeah.
line can get to Lamar, the Ravens might not score at all. I mean, they'll probably get a touchdown
I
or two
agree.
because Lamar will like break
This
stuff.
could
But
be
like,
an ugly. This could be an ugly, grindy Thanksgiving Day game.
and the
Where it's like
Steelers
17 to.
and the Steelers love that. They would love that. Like that's
Right. That's so much better for the Steelers. 100%.
yeah. And the Steelers' run game is like against Jacksonville. I know Jacksonville sucks, but they got it going a little bit, which is big for the future. Like if their defense can show up, which I don't know, like there's no reason for us to think they're not. They're the best defense in football, maybe the second best defense in football. But like, I mean, it's time. It's like it's a time for the Steelers to basically take their division. And as a Steelers fan, I was cheering for the Raiders because that would have given the Steelers.
That would have been a huge win for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for the one seed.
Yeah, for the
that
one
would've
seed,
been
it would have
nice.
given it.
Now they might have to go 16-0 to get it.
100%.
They might have to win out.
So, but
And
How does that tiebreaker work out for the
well,
seeding?
well,
Like if they both
it's if they're both 15-1, it's a higher win percentage in your division.
in your division.
So if the Steelers can beat the Browns because they're going to
And
beat
the
the
Ravens.
Bengals, like
oh
Joe Burrow getting hurt, the Bengals season is like it was obviously they're not good, but like they have zero chance of beating anyone without Joe Burrow. So like they're going to beat
they're
the
not winning
Bengals.
another
Without Cool Joe.
Yeah, they're not exactly. They're not winning another game, so they're going to beat the Bengals at Cleveland. Like, dude, the Steelers literally own Cleveland. They own Cleveland.
Yeah.
Big Brown
Browns are
owns
their
Cleveland.
best game of the year.
And the Browns, the way they play, because Baker blows, they can only run the ball. That's perfect for the Steelers because their rush defense is insane.
Yeah.
So they beat the Browns. If they beat the Ravens, so they can go 15-1 and be undefeated in the division. With the Raiders already beating the Chiefs, that would be the tiebreaker. So, but what do you guys think about this game?
But if they lose to the Ravens then they presumably would both have one loss within their division. So then it comes down to conference win percentage, right? I'm pretty sure that's the second tiebreaker.
Which I think it's
like, then they'd be tied again if they're both 15-1.
Same thing. I think it's like then after that it's like road.
It's then it's common opponents. I think it comes into play.
There's so many. Yeah. There's crazy.
But anyways,
the Steelers.
good spot for the Steelers to really. But here's the thing, though. They're like the tough games left is on the road at the Bills, and they play the Colts at home after this, and then the other three are the Washington football team, Bengals, and Browns. So, this is one of their last three games where they are gonna have to play good football to win. Probably like they can play some sloppy football and win those other three games.
What?
The college football rankings came out, but I'll bring it up on the college football show.
Oh yeah, I got the update. Yeah.
Okay. I don't really.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. I don't really. I could see this coming down to a field goal for some reason. With all these COVID things and how the Steelers looked recently and this and that, it all points to the Steelers, which makes me want to take the fucking Ravens.
Yeah, there's some Barstool big bet logic.
It just doesn't. That's what I don't take what I think because I know I don't know. So
I hear you. Kind of like fade the money that's going on in the game.
Yeah, it's like the popular pick. Like the public's hammering the fucking Steelers here. So you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Pull out your inner sharp and do what you got to do. I just saw the rankings as well. That's kind of crazy. Holy
Dude,
fuck.
Fuck BYU. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, that makes even more sense for them to not play. Like, why would they want to? Like Washington? Fuck you, Washington. Like we need to play. No, we need to
now
play
they-
Cincinnati. We need to play like fucking.
But Washington is at least undefeated. Like they're not going to play Cincinnati. If Cincinnati loses one game, they won't drop below 16th. BYU has to
play play somebody that's actually ranked. It like playing a win versus Washington. What would that really do for them? Put them to 10? That's still not even anywhere near where they need to be.
Yeah, but if Cincinnati loses and they're at 10, then they at least get the one.
The New Year's Six did. Yeah,
New Year's
I
Six
guess
bid.
but I feel like that's
Yeah.
if that's their goal, then I guess that's good. But let's not dive into that. Now,
Yeah.
what do you think about this game?
Yeah, we'll get to that on the college one. So 4.5. What do you think, Alina?
He said he likes the Ravens.
I said I like the Ravens, but I think the Steelers.
Oh,
will win the
yeah.
game.
Yeah, I agree with that logic. Especially coming off a short week, it's kind of harder to try to. That's probably why the line is closer than what a lot of people think it should be. Which, if you just look at this game and they're playing at 1:00 on a Sunday, it's probably going to be closer to like 6.5 or 7.
Yeah.
But shorter week is tougher. So I do like the under more than anything there. I do think the Steelers will win. But 4.5 could be tough on a prime time short week. So, but I do like the under. I think the Ravens are going to struggle to get points on the board here. Definitely look for this game to be about maybe like 17-13, or it just depends. Sometimes the Ravens defense plays decent, and sometimes it's just like, what are they doing? So
Yeah.
maybe like 20-17, like something like that. Even 20-24, which would be a lot of points. Still the under for this game.
So hammer the over, folks. You heard it here first.
Hey, he's on coming off a positive week, dog.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta look at the whole fucking picture, man. I'm not.
What have you done for me
I don't
lately?
know.
Have you changed your philosophy since the first 10 weeks?
No, this week he literally just
I started not doing my picks until the show. Like right now, I'm calculating my picks in my head as we just go through the show instead of like trying to do research and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of go with my gut kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Next game we're going to talk about is going to be not that game. The Titans and the Colts. So quick, they just played 2 weeks ago on Thursday Night Football. Quick rematch, and the line is showing it. The line for that game, I think the Colts and the Titans were just bouncing back and forth between -1, +1. And that right now is Colts -3.5, over under 51.
So
Michael, what do you got for this game?
This kind of like now they have the same record right now, but you got to think whoever wins this game kind of wins the division.
Oh, yeah, they're in the driver's seat, especially if the Colts win.
Exactly, because then they have 2 games. But I like the Titans. I think that come behind win against the Ravens kind of gave them some confidence. Derrick Henry getting into his second half form of the second half of every game. It's just tough to bring him down. As long as the Titans defense shows up, which it did not in the second half against Indy, I like the Titans here. I think the Titans know this is damn near a playoff game. So I like the Titans to win.
It is, but if the Colts don't win, then they're fucked because they lost to the Jags week 1.
Yeah,
that loss is like hanging on them like crazy. It's insane.
Yeah, so the Colts need this. So the Colts had to sweep the Titans, and they did part 1 on the road. So let's see if the Titans can reverse the favor. But I don't know. I feel like the Colts kind of got lucky against the Packers. It just seemed like, I mean, obviously that overtime shit was, like however you want to chalk that up, like a forced turnover. Is that guy just fucking crazy? Like, what are you fucking doing? Just how did they? If you told me the Packers were, how much were they up? They were up.
It was 28-14 at halftime.
Yeah, 28-14, and then they get shut out in the second half, barring the game-tying field goal. Like what the fuck? The Colts defense just turned it the fuck up. So impressive there, but I guess I'll take the Colts at home coming off the momentum, I guess. I really don't fucking know. I'm definitely not touching this though. I'll say Colts, fuck it.
Yeah, this past week was huge for the Titans. I don't know if any team in the NFL had a more impactful like season morale changing game this week than the Tennessee Titans winning in overtime against the Ravens.
I agree with you on
that's
that.
huge for especially like the team they got with Vrabel like behind them. Like that is huge.
Possibly
for
the
locker
Cowboys.
room.
Possibly the Cowboys if they turn it around.
All right.
I mean,
I'm gonna.
They're a game. They're literally a tie out of first place.
and they get
they're a half game out.
and they get
they're
Philly
like a
at
quarter
home.
of a game.
They get Philly at
They're
home.
let's just say this. They're in control of their own destiny to win that fucking division.
Yeah,
After how terrible they
Probably.
were.
Yeah.
Every team in that
I know.
division pretty much is all having.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I like 3.5. This could be a grudge match. Kind of one of those games where you just take the points, whichever side they're giving them on. Especially when it's over a field goal like this. I really like it. If it was 2.5, this would be a much tougher spot. But 3.5, I feel like by the time this game gets to kickoff on Sunday, we'll see the line probably between 1 and 2, like 1, 2, or 1.5. But yeah, I don't really like the over. I don't like the over under at all. I think the over under is like pretty accurate on this game, so I would stay away from that. Any more comments on this game?
No, I'm good.
No.
All right. Next game we're going to talk about. We got 2 more. Then we'll get to our cards. We got the stunning Kansas City Chiefs rolling into Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady. Same line as last game. We got the Chiefs at -3.5 on the road, and the Buccaneers underdogs at home at +3.5. Then the over/under is 56. Pretty high number for NFL, but 56 is the over/under here.
Yeah, but watching the Sunday night, Monday night game, like this game, they might score 80 points. But,
right. I'm just saying, like, if you see a over/under like 5, you're really saying both teams have amazing offenses.
Yeah.
Which they do.
But, I as a Steelers fan, I would say the Chiefs are the best team in the NFL right now. Like, I just think they are. With Mahomes,
Followed by the
Kelsey,
Raiders.
Tyreek Hill, like all those, like too many weapons. I just think their offense is that good. Tom Brady fucking sucks right now. Like, holy fuck, was he bad last night? The Buccaneers.
That last pick is like a guy who doesn't know why. He thought it was 07. He thought it was like 07 throwing to fucking.
I saw a bunch of people
like
being like, like the scheme sucks, which I agree. I think it does. Like, I think Bruce Arians and Brian Leftwich are trying to like be the alpha male and coach Tom more than Tom's like ever been coached in the last 15 years, just to like be that guy. And it's like, dude, one, you got to let Tom be Tom, but like, secondly, it's like, okay, yeah, they wanted to get a play in, but Mike Evans had a 10-yard curl route and he was wide open. So it's like they can't go out there and throw the ball for Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, it's like also like you can't not
post-game interview for Bruce Arians.
Yeah. I don't like how he handles everything at all. Like calling out Tom. Yeah. Calling out Tom Brady is like, come on, man. Like, you're not that good of a fucking coach, Bruce Arians. Like, you're not the fucking God gift sent to earth. Like, and that's why I think it's almost like a 60% on the coaches and 40% on Tom Brady. Cause like there are times like they run out routes and he just throws the ball into the fucking ground. And it's like, okay, like, yeah, scheme can suck.
Those guys
if your quarterback can't fucking throw the ball 5-yard out routes. But it's also, it's just like, dude, Bruce Arians like calling out fucking Tom Brady like that, like he's a child, like a first.
What did he say? I didn't.
He was like, we have guys open. We're just not making the throws. We have got like basically like we've had so many opportunities. We're just not making the plays at quarterback.
Yeah, like I mean, it's tough when, I mean, the Rams to hold them to 24 is, I mean, that's on a bad day for the defense in my opinion. Or not, it was 30, defense? 31. Or did they hit a field? Was it 27? Yeah. So
Are you saying the Buccaneers or Rams?
the Buccaneers defense, like that's not a terrible day at the office to let up 27, I guess, but it's not. I guess 24 is what I thought the number was. So
They let up 31.
Yeah, it was 31.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wasn't terrible because, like, I will say this in the second half, like, the Rams, like, first 6 possessions, they got absolutely nothing, and the Buccaneers had 2 picks. Like, the Buccaneers don't score really anything in the second half unless, like, they got a field goal on their first drive because their defense got a pick and literally it was on the 30-yard line. They gained 4 yards on that drive and kicked a field goal. So it's like not like the offense did shit. Then their second interception, they got a touchdown because they started on the 38-yard line on Los Angeles' 38-yard line. So like it is tough when your offense isn't doing shit and you continue to stop the other team. Like the first half, yeah, they didn't play great. Like they let up 17 points, which isn't like insane, but it's like they gave up a lot of yards and that kind of thing. The second half though, like you can't blame them for shit. Like
yeah, exactly.
like they're the only reasons why the Buccaneers kept that game close. So like if the defense plays average with how bad Tom Brady played in the third quarter, the Rams are up like 21 points. Like everyone's like, oh, the Rams squeaked it out. It's like, yeah, they made more mistakes though. Like if they don't make that many mistakes, that's a 2-score game.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, blaming Tom Brady like that's
very
stupid.
This like line and the matchup feels very similar to like the Pittsburgh game we were just talking about, where the line seems kind of too generous to the favorite, and you're just not sure. Like I honestly like Tom Brady, like that shit probably fuels the fuck out of him, and I don't see them like throwing deep against the Chiefs like linebackers. I think they have a chance to eat up the middle of the field and not make Tom throw super far passes like they did when they were down against the Rams.
Yeah, but the thing also is like the Buccaneers defense against the pass isn't really good. Like they're good against the run, but not the pass. Like Patrick Mahomes is gonna have a fucking field day.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a fucking repeat of Rams and Chiefs from Monday night last year when it was like, what was it, 52-48 or something?
Yeah, it was. They had like over 100 points.
Yeah, could be.
So, what are you guys thinking? What do you like here?
I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs.
I like the Chiefs too.
But
all right,
I'm taking Bucks plus 3.5.
Okay. Like I said, this is a high over under, but yeah, I absolutely love the over here. I think it's just going to be an absolute field day. The media's going to absolutely fucking love to talk about this game all day on Monday and not talk about how the Bears beat the Packers. They're just going to only talk about this game. So yeah, I think the over is going to hit by like 2 touchdowns. I think it's going to be like 30.
Yep.
38-35.
What's the next one?
Bears Packers.
So final game we're going to talk about.
Bears Packers.
Oh,
Bears Packers.
This talk about a line too generous for the favorite. Holy.
Oh. Yeah, the Bears going with the Packers. Bears 5-5, Packers 7-3. Big game, big NFC North implications in the Sunday night game. Bears have looked awful, primetime games, awful in general the last 4 weeks, but they're coming in as 8.5-point underdogs against Aaron Rodgers. And we don't even know which quarterback's going to play, so that makes this line super interesting. And the over-under is going to be right in that Bears sweet spot of over-unders that never go away from 42.5 to 45.5. It's right at 45. So what do you guys like about this game? What do you think?
I love the Packers. Love them.
I mean,
it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter who the Bears is, who's at quarterback, does it? Like, let's be honest. It could be any of them.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
I don't think it matters, honestly.
like spill your case for which quarterback
Like,
could
dude,
get the job
when
done.
the Cowboys had like 450 yards on the Vikings, that literally just proved that like the Bears offense is so fucking horrible. Like it is so bad. Plus, yeah, okay, you want to say Mitch, like it's not like he's fully healthy anyway. So it's like neither of these guys are fully healthy. And you have the worst offensive line. Like
Mitch's confidence is so fucked. If you tell him his hair looks bad on that day, he'll fucking throw 8 picks.
But it's also like you have a horrible offensive line, and you're putting two guys who like in one hit could go out. Like I don't think it matters. Now 8.5, like I don't know.
They need Hester back, man. I'm telling you what.
Yeah, but I just like, dude, the Bears are not a good fucking football team. Like that's just the bottom line. They just aren't. Like they're 5-5. They have the second worst offense in football. The second worst offense. And
who's the worst? The Jets?
The Jags, I think, or the Jets. Yeah, but like also. Like, I think sooner or later, their defense is just going to get they're just worn out. Like, they have a good defense, yes. But, like, when you're on the field 24/7, you're getting dinged up 24/7. You're having to make a play 24/7. You know, if you don't get a defensive touchdown, you lose the football game. Like, that's just so much pressure to the point where also, like, the Packers are coming off a fucking horrible loss. And Rodgers in the second half, like, the Buccaneers game, he looked like shit. The second half of this game, he looked like shit. Like he's gonna bounce back, and like it's just
he's
the Bears.
He's due for a big bounce back too, baby. I'm talking like 40 points on the Bears.
People were saying that for Aaron Rodgers after the slow offensive game that he had against the Jaguars. They only won, what was it, 24-21 or something like that?
But like that's not shocking. The Packers got murdered against the Vikings. Like they've played terrible against. Other than the Colts, they played terrible. They played better against good teams than they have bad teams. Like, yeah, they won against the bad teams, but like the Jags blow and they almost lost that game. But then they like go on the road and beat the Saints. Saints are maybe the best team in the AFC. Then they
without Mike Thomas.
With what? Yeah, without. But like, it's not like Mike Thomas is putting up insane stats.
Yeah, he's definitely helped that offense spread out more.
He has helped them.
The Packers have put up
come back,
over 30 in every single game except for 2.
But since he's come back,
3 except for 3. Sorry.
But since he's come back, he's only averaging like 61 yards a game. So it's not like he's
that's
right. I wasn't saying like this is going off, but like he's definitely making the other team's defense like that's their priority.
Yeah, but Lazard's helping the Pack. Like that's a boost for the Packers, considering like Rodgers. Like one of the problems with Rodgers is he doesn't trust guys to throw him the ball, and Lazard is a guy that he trusts to throw the ball to. So like,
yeah, Lazard's pretty good.
Right. So he helped him, but like this is a bottom line. Like the Bears just the 8.5. Who fucking knows? Like the Bears, a lot of times play the Packers tough. So it's like okay, but it's like. I wouldn't be shocked if the Packers won by 21, and I wouldn't be shocked if like the Bears are somehow tied or winning in the fourth quarter and Aaron Rodgers breaks the Bears fans' heart for the 50th time. Like, I just don't think the Bears have any chance of winning. Now, covering, maybe, but winning, no. I also, if like we don't know who is playing quarterback, but if this line somehow over under ever got over 50, I would hammer the under. It's a Sunday night. Cold game.
It'll never
this thing probably won't even move. I bet it's like right where it's.
Yeah, you don't think it'll move 1 or 2 points if they name Nick Foles a starter? Like you got to think. You got to think that like some of it is like okay, is Tyler Bray gonna start?
It might go up to 47. Trubisky starts.
Yeah.
So the Bears suck. I mean, that's just really all it comes down to.
All right. Well,
I think
so what'd you pick?
I don't really like anything in this game, to be honest.
You can't take the Bears though.
That's what I was gonna say. If I had to lean somewhere, and I think this is more coming off of the loss, I would take the Packers minus 8.5.
Yeah, I think.
Do you like Packers minus 8.5 more than picking the over or under of the game?
Yeah, because 45 I feel like is like right there. Like I feel like it could be, 24-21, or it also could be like a 24-7 game. Like I
30
don't
to 30 to 15, I could see it.
yeah, or like
Then
40,
it
40,
pushes.
42 to nothing. Like,
That's
it's
Yeah,
30 to
42-3. Like,
yeah. But no, I don't really like the over under. That's why I said, I mean, it's not going to, but like if it ever got to 50, I would like the under. But I mean, that's fucking jumping 5 points. Like it's quite a bit of
uh,
points. But like I mean, I don't like anything in this game. I think the Packers win though. But if I were to take one thing, I would take the Packers to 8.5.
yeah,
Okay. What about you?
I'm hammering Packers. I'm hammering Packers 8.5. I think the Bears will be lucky to put up 15 points. If I'm being honest here, I think they probably get more like 13. A touchdown, maybe like a bullshit touchdown and a couple field goals. So that means the Packers only have to put up 24 to cover. I think they can do that easy. So Packers minus 8.5.
All right. Well, bro, this could be the fucking game I've been waiting for ever since
The season
they
started.
decided to go the Nick Foles route. So I pray the best for their health and all, like Nick and Mitch, to get better soon. But I really want Mitch to start in this game. That'd be so fucking awesome. I miss Mitch
Be careful
so
what you
much.
wish for, brother.
Bro, like we talked about this last week. The whole reason they decided to go the Nick Foles route is because they said Mitch can't make these throws. Mitch can't make these. Nick Foles can. Nick Foles has not shown any consistency with any kind of pass under his arsenal this year. So yes, I would much rather have Mitch if they're both going to throw and have passing performances similar to one another, where Mitch can actually run the ball.
Yeah,
And
but it's
we're
not.
going to have David Montgomery.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna change their offense.
No, but is it? But is that really? But I mean, obviously, if you have the foresight or hindsight, however you want to look at it, to know that they're both going to have similar passing performances, then yeah, of course you take the more mobile guy. But the ceiling is much, much, much higher for Foles than it is Trubisky. Like you could possibly get.
But like, look at the opportunities that Nick has had this year. Like, I just don't understand. It's literally
He's
the
had an
definition
opportunity.
of
He's had an opportunity. He's had an opportunity to play against one of the worst offensive lines in football. That's what he's been blessed to do.
But that's what Mitch has done since 2018. Like, I just don't understand.
Aren't they? Haven't they gotten worse lately though, or is that not
their
true?
line is way worse this year than they were.
They got hurt.
12-4.
They have gotten a little hurt this year. But see, I'm not yelling at you, but like I'm yelling. This is for all the other Bears fans out there who fucking make the excuses for Nick Foles that no one would ever.
Dude,
it's so crazy how.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Reverse bullshit. All the hate for Mitch that's not put on Nick Foles is like, I want Mitch to start this game, have 3 touchdowns and over 250 yards. I won't set the yardage that high, but over 250 yards. I want at least 2 touchdowns. I won't go 3. At least 2 touchdowns for Mitch. He'll run one in. Bro,
I mean, this
is going to be one of the best football games of the year if Mitch plays. I'm just throwing that out there.
You can't say that for any Bears game. Bears games are the worst, most boring, the worst games to watch. But I'm going to say
if Mitch
I'm going to say that it doesn't matter if Mitch plays. It doesn't matter if Mitch plays. I'm going to say this. Mitch is not tearing up the Packers. He's just not on Sunday Night Football. Okay?
He's not tearing up the Packers. I said 2 touchdowns.
But listen, he might play a little better than Nick Foles. Yes. But it all comes down to, and I agree with your whole take of like everyone rips on Mitch and then Nick Foles just that is bullshit. I agree with you on that part.
For the record, I was at the opposite when they switched him. I was like, what about Mitch?
But yeah, okay. But I like if Matt Nagy is like, let's be honest, he's
so if you were coaching,
yeah, if he's the offensive coordinator, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, there was 3 times against the Vikings, and the Vikings went 0 man-to-man coverage and blitzed every single third down. There were 3 times it was 3rd and 4, and
Yeah.
the shortest route they ran was 21 yards. It doesn't matter who's playing.
No, that's my thing. Is like
It doesn't
does
matter
it
who's
really
playing
matter
quarterback.
who's playing quarterback? I don't think it.
Nagy is still your offensive coordinator. It doesn't fucking matter. He thinks that he has 3 Tyreek Hills
He didn't
running
call the
routes.
plays against the Vikings, right?
Oh yeah, he had a lot of say in it. If you don't think he had a majority say, then you are delusional. He had a
Definitely, yeah. I was just saying. I
but
didn't
also,
know if you knew that or not. But yeah, he definitely.
I know he didn't call the plays, but also like all these plays are his concepts. Like it's his playbook though. So like, and you're telling like,
Right, I understand that. That was a bad play call. Like I'm not
he
defending the
did
play
it
call
like
at all.
5 times though. I love like Warren Sharp. I think like he is a nerd and he kind of can be annoying. But when go to his Twitter when the Bears are on TV, if he's watching the Bears game, you will learn everything. And it's just the Bears offense scheme is the worst in football by so much. Like he's like the play that they had, it was a 3rd and 4, and the shortest route was 21 yards. They don't even have like Allen Robinson. Yes, he's a good receiver. But other than that, they don't have good receivers anyway. So it's like, what are you guys fucking? And you have a terrible offensive line. Aren't you supposed to do things to help your quarterback when you have a terrible offensive line? Mitch or Nick, either or. Like Nagy does nothing to offset a bad offensive line. He does nothing. All he does is fucking crazy routes on 3rd down, and then it's 2nd and 10. Let's run a fucking pitch play to Cordell Patterson. That's Nagy's offense, and it's horrible. That's why it does not matter who plays quarterback. It might be a little more exciting because Mitch will like run and like chuck 50 yards down the field and like try to make plays, and Mitch is like way more mobile. So in that aspect, it might be more exciting to watch. But as long as Matt Nagy is their fucking offensive coordinator / coach / head coach, it does not fucking matter who's playing quarterback. It really does not.
I will say this. I do agree with some of the like the game plan side of like his play calling. Certainly does not help benefit Nick Foles around a shitty O line. But yes, that's another point. Like again, to why this offensive situation is so much better for Mitch. And like the Vikings game was weird because obviously we haven't had Tariq Cohen since week 2, and David Montgomery was out with the concussion. Not making an excuse for the bad play calling. Obviously, there's not much of an excuse for that. But the play calling was a little bit more limited for that game. But yeah, all the out routes like that for 20 yards on 3rd is kind of annoying. But
I mean,
with respect to this,
go ahead.
What's up?
No, go ahead.
I'm about to give my pick, but if you wanted to
finish up like not to beat them up, but I mean the Bears, their wins are just like, bro, you like the Lions, Giants, Falcons. The Bucks was a good win, I'll give them that. But then like the Panthers,
all 4 of their 5 wins, the teams have like 4 or less wins.
So my point is, I don't really think it matters who the hell's playing quarterback. Like either Mitch or Nick Foles would have this. I think they'd have identical records because how good the defense is.
Right.
Okay,
that's fair.
If Mitch starts against the Packers and looks horrible, though, what are you gonna say?
Then what? Yeah, that's what I'm curious. Like, do you go back to Nick or what?
No. Do you also just say you got to give him a shot? It's one game. You're 5-6. The season's already over.
Right. That we said that we actually did say that last week. We said if Mitch comes back and plays the Packers, are you done if he has like
that's true
or a bad game?
So, but now
no, give him another week because he'll have a better matchup.
I agree with that, but
that's true.
But I agree with that. I agree you can't just play him 1 week. I agree with that completely. But also, like, Mitch will play games 11 and 12. At that point, like, why would you even put Nick Foles back in though? Like, let's say you go 0-2.
Nick Foles would only come back. What's up?
Okay, but I'll just say this last point though, because either or, let's say Trubisky comes in. If he goes 1-1, you keep him in. If he goes 2-0, you 100% keep him in. If he goes 0-2, your season's over, and then it's all again like, why the fuck would we go back to Nick Foles? Let's just let Mitch. Maybe we could trade him or something if he like looks decent the last. I mean, obviously you don't probably want him, but it's like, so like you're almost like sitting there if you go with Mitch this weekend. Because, like, I agree, you can't just play him 1 weekend. But if you go with Mitch, you're almost saying we're going with you the whole year.
And that's a great point that I really haven't considered to why it's better to start Mitch because we are we're renting Nick Foles. Like he's on the last year of the contract we picked him up on from the Jaguars. So there's no really like bright future with Nick Foles now that we've seen how the season's gone with him. So I would say, yeah, that's a great point. Like, let's just get Mitch reps. If we lose and we're not going to make the playoffs, at least there's a chance we can raise his stock value and get him more experience under center. So, but yeah, I mean,
If
it's always an interesting conversation.
If the Bears go 7-9, do you fire Nagy?
No, not in the COVID year, probably.
Do you fire Ryan Pace?
Possibly before the draft, yeah. But yeah, I don't know how Ryan Pace only drafts one offensive lineman in like the 7th fucking round for the Bears this year. Like, what the fuck was that? He did get like Jalen Johnson is arguably one of the best defensive rookies of the entire season, and we took him in the 3rd round. So yeah. I will give Ryan Pace credit for that.
Their problem hasn't been defense, so like continuing to get better defensive
players.
That's
what makes it frustrating. Like Ryan Pace can draft the fuck out of defensive players. Like he went with Roquan Smith as our 1st round pick in 2018. He's much better at evaluating and grading defensive college players for the draft than obviously on offense. But anyway, another rant for Bears fucking in the books. I like the Bears plus 8.5 if Mitch plays. If Mitch doesn't play,
but here's let me say one more thing. So when you like the season is, you agree though, the season's on the line, right? This way, like they got to do something against the Packers here. Like they have to win this game, or it's pretty much chalk.
If the Bears only have like one game to lose the rest of the season,
including this Packers game.
So
right?
Including Sunday.
So this pretty much puts you on death row if you don't win it, and so a crucial game, and you still have to play the Packers twice, mind you. So So with both Mitch and in this scenario, with both Mitch and Nick healthy is 100% somehow, like they're both 100%, you're still starting Mitch?
If they're both like 100%?
Yeah, if they were. Well, with how cold Mitch would be and how cold.
I don't think Nick Foles is on pace to be there. But if that was a scenario, I mean, obviously it makes sense to stick with Nick Foles because he's been the quarterback the last 5 games or 5.5, 6.5 games. But I still think Trubisky is better fit for where our offense is currently. So it would make sense just to stick with Nick Foles since he's just played.
Stick with Dick. So you're sticking with Dick then?
I'd rather see Mitch in there 100%.
So you'd put the season on the line to Mitch Foles, and he hasn't played Mitch Trubisky, he hasn't played going to Lambeau. That's crazy. That's a crazy.
But he's been saying that like the last 2 weeks, though. He's been saying he thinks Mitch.
I am such a Mitchell Trubisky guy. I'd rather see the Bears lose the season going back to Mitch than sticking with Nick Foles, who had like 3 touchdowns in the past 4 weeks, bro. Like, yes, give me someone that is going to score more than 1 touchdown and have 2 turnovers a game.
But that just goes back to like either you disagree or didn't hear what Michael said. It doesn't really matter who's playing. Like, dude, this offense is so bad. It's like more it's the line. Like if the line was a little bit better.
I heard what you just asked me which one would I.
But I mean, so you're blaming. You think it's on Nick Foles that they're not scoring? I would disagree with that completely. I think it's like he has the least of the blame.
No, he definitely doesn't have the least, bro. Like that's just wrong.
Out of the offensive line, play calling, and the quarterback, that's who you're putting the most, like, not the least blame on him.
I would probably put the least. I mean, yeah, the offensive line is really bad, but it was bad to start with. Plus injuries, like it's not their fault. Like they're injury prone. But yeah,
Yes, it is. It is their fault. Whose fault would it be they're injury
like
prone, other than the offensive line?
I'm saying it's not their fault they got injured. Like you can't blame a player for getting injured.
I mean, if you can, I mean, you got to. If there's no blame, then I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's the offensive line's fault that they're not in the game. Like you got to do something. Like
Right. I would agree. The offensive line has performed worse than Nick Foles, and Nick Foles doesn't have an opportunity to perform well. But like Nick also doesn't make great choices. To be fair, like such bad decision making and under pressure.
so you would you put it on? So you think the play calling or offensive line is the more like the lesser problem than Nick?
Less of a problem.
Yeah, you said he's not the least of the problem. So
I would say again, the offensive line being hurt and dog shit is worse than the play calling, 100%.
no, so I'm saying
No, I think he agrees that Nick Foles. I think he agrees Nick Foles is the least amount of the problems, but he's saying like he is definitely a big problem. Like
yeah,
it's almost
the least of the problem is what I'm saying.
yeah, but like I mean but like against the Vikings, like they were on the 5-yard line. He had two guys underneath, literally no one on him, and he threw a fade route to the corner. Like he is a huge problem too. I'll give you
blocks.
that.
Like he wasn't about to get.
No, he wasn't about to get sacked at all. I agree with you. He has made some horrible decisions, but I would say he's the least. But it's also like the Cam Newton argument when he had the 3-game span of like 12 turnovers in 3 games, and it was like, is he the main problem? No, but like he's not helping anything. He's hurting too. Like, I mean, the Buffalo Bills game, he lost in that game. So it's like, but it's also like if the Bear like. Problem is like Mitch hasn't shown anything either for you to like be like, okay, yeah. But let's get to our card. So we've spent so much time on this.
Dude, I feel like Olina will just keep asking questions just to get me fired up. Until someone says, all right, we spent too much time. That's exactly what he does. And he knows yeah, smile, not going down there.
All right, I'll start with my card.
Wait, we're on the cards already.
Right.
Okay, I didn't know I was holding back the cards. Shit.
It was 4. Yeah, that was 4.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. And then no one can care about mine at the end. I'll go last.
That's the one they got to fade, bro. That's huge.
All right, I got the Texans minus
Exactly.
2. Texans minus 2.5. The Raiders minus 3. The Giants minus 4.5. The Chiefs Bucks over. The Cardinals minus 2.5, and the Vikings minus 4. And then I have 2 do or dies this weekend.
Damn.
Oh, you got 2?
Wow. That is crazy. I'll go oh shit. Okay, I'll go Vikings minus 4. I'm gonna take the Colts at home, Pittsburgh at home. I like the Cardinals at New England. I like the Browns at Jacksonville. I like the Jets at New York. Like the Rams at home. And then the Packers too.
Is that 7?
Gotta throw that one in there.
Yeah, I think so. Wait.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Whatever you say to me, as long as it's 7.
Yeah.
Nagy, what do you got?
All right, so I'll start with my get on your knees, pray to God. Where was it?
Suck my ball.
On my knees, pray to God, underdog parlay of the week. Okay, there it is. So the previous weeks, I think I've done like 4 or 5. Oh yeah, that was funny. Good one. I'm doing 3 underdogs dogs this week. Y'all are fucking children. I'm taking.
I'm hot.
He says that every time you do it.
I know. It's funny. It is funny.
All right.
So I'm doing 3 teams this week. The Lions, money line over the Texans.
Ooh, I like that.
The Washington football team over the Cowboys. And then the third one is going to be the Titans over the Colts. So this 3 underdog money line on my knees, pray to God, underdog parlay, whatever, pays plus 12.79. So that's
wait. You
play.
gotta talk. We almost forgot to talk about your fucking massive parlay hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tell the viewers at home what parlay you had.
Yeah, holy bro, that was a fucking monster.
I will suck Travis Kelce's dick winning me. Dude,
So yeah, list what you had.
I'm looking for the. So yeah, I did a same game for the Sunday night game, the Chiefs and the Raiders, and I threw in Josh Jacobs to score the first touchdown. So he scored the first touchdown. Travis Kelce anytime touchdown score. Chiefs to win by 1 to 13 points, and then I teased down the over to 50.5. So over 50.5. And it paid just under 1,000.
Well, so it was plus 9,000 odds.
But you have to preface it like you needed that last Travis Kelce touchdown. Like,
and
yeah, that's why I said
not only did you need the Chiefs to score and win, it had to be Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
it had to be a Travis Kelce. Yeah,
or a field goal and then a Travis Kelce touchdown in overtime. But
well, we had a Friendsgiving on Sunday,
and you were
so
asleep.
Needless to say, I was pretty drunk, so I was asleep during like the second half until the Chiefs were driving, and I told all my friends what I had. So when they were driving, they all woke me up, and we all got hype. And then Travis Kelce scored the touchdown, and then Derek Carr threw the interception, and we were going nuts.
So you put $10, and it was like plus 9,000 odds, so you won like $1,000.
I put like 16 or 17 on it, and it was 58 to 1. So plus 5,800.
Wow. That is insane. That's definitely that's the best parlay I've like heard of being hit from someone I know, at least. At least I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I'll
like
have
that.
to keep it up.
That's like you should maybe do player props as some of your picks.
Yeah, so get these games out of there. Start doing some player props.
Next time for next week's episode, I will prepare one to go along with the underdog.
Yeah, have a whole play, like have a like a game card, and then like have a whole separate player prop card and see which one does better.
Yeah, next week, like my one play should just be like quarterback over on passing and shit.
Yeah, and then your whole picks at the end of the show just turns into player props. You just don't even talk about the games at the end. That'd be hilarious.
Well, yeah, I mean, my record shows I suck. So the rest of my plays are going to be Steelers minus 4.5. Raiders minus 3. Cardinals minus 2. Over in the Chargers-Bills game.
53.5.
I forget what my do or die was. I'm just looking for my do or die.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna make my do or die. Oh, I'm also putting the Bears plus 8.5 on mine. Assuming Mitch is the starter. So if Mitch is not announced as a starter, that pick will be removed from my card. And then, my do or die this week. Did you guys do your do or dies yet?
No.
No.
Should I just go first then?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right, my do or die is going to be the over in the Chiefs-Bucks game, 56.
How many?
I'll do 5 units on it.
15 units. Oh.
I got 2.
All right, who do you got?
Dallas -3 for 5 units. Titans money line,
Ooh.
5 units.
I was wondering if you were going to just chase the tail on that one, or flip to the Colts after how they did you dirty the last time. They made you eat those burgers. So did you only get 5 burgers down? Is that how it ended?
Yeah, I mean,
And you can't even like take one more bite just to give it a good old college try.
no, dude. I like even thinking about taking another bite. That just sounds so disgusting right now.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, my do or die was gonna be the Saints at the Broncos. What is that line, -5 or 5.5?
5.5 is what I saw.
Yeah.
Saints at Broncos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is that what you're going with?
I might go Rams -7 at home too, but that's probably like a trap. The NFL is just everything looks like a fucking trap.
Right, everything looks very.
Is Fitzmagic back or no for the fucking
The Dolphins? I don't think
they're
that.
going back to 2.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think they're.
So why'd they take Tua out?
They thought Fitzpatrick gives them a better chance to win, is what they said.
I might go Vikings again, honestly. Dude, I don't
Be
fucking
careful.
know.
Olina will. You'll know Olina's card. He'll tweet it. Nagy will tweet it out. So
Yeah.
all
keep your eyes out for the
all cards will be official.
Oh no, I'm going Vikings. Yeah, fuck that. They don't even have their quarterback or their. Is Teddy's not back, right? He won't be back.
They said probably not, but they haven't officially said yet.
I'd go Vikings. It's -4, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tweet it. Or check the Victory Lap's Twitter, Victory Lap Bets Twitter account for all the picks. Stay up to date, and to fade whoever you want, tail whoever you want. But then also we're 100 and something subs away from being able to go live on YouTube, which we'll be doing this weekend if enough people can make enough fake accounts and do all that stuff to get us there.
Yes, sir.
Help the boys out.
Wait, if we all make 20 fake accounts, we're halfway there.
And maybe if we get that boost of 60, people will see it and sub.
Yeah, then we can show them our what's the thing called? Social Blade. Post how we just gained 60 subscribers in the last hour.
Yeah.
We're like, whoa, what's going on?
But all right, we'll see everyone. We'll see everyone next week.
Peace.